I'm Ryan Friedlinghouse, CEO of the world famous West Coast Customs. I'm here at MotorEx 2019, and you're watching Bumper to Bumper.
Ever since I was a child, I've loved automobiles. My father drove a V8 Dodge, big old shiny wheels. To him it was just transport with little to endear. But that old car would set the course for me throughout the year. Bumper to bumper, we love them old cars. Be it for
Tony,
How are you, Rusty?
good, thank you. Yourself?
I'm good, thank you.
Very good to hear. Now, we're here at MotorEx for 2019.
Yes.
You've got your 1947 GM Aussie-made car.
Correct.
Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, it's an Australian-built 1947 Chevrolet.
Yep.
It was manufactured and built in South Australia
Yep.
in the General Motors Holden plant before it became GMH.
Yes.
So it was a imported chassis and front clip,
Yep.
which was from America. Then the return servicemen coming back from the wars actually built the body here. And if you look at it closely, it's actually a 39 body married up with a 47 front clip.
Okay, that's a bit odd, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a bit strange, but the return servicemen needed jobs when they came back from
Yep.
the wars. So yeah, that's
All right.
how they built it.
And obviously it didn't come out like this when back in 47.
No, that was the body was pretty terrible as far as gaps and finishing and all that type of thing.
Yeah.
The car's taken me 19 years to build.
19 years, that's a long time. How come so long?
Try and find Australian-built parts is
Yes.
very, very hard. The pot metal is different. The panels are different. Every panel is hand-built.
Yes.
I've got 4 doors at home that can vary up to 25 millimetres in length. So trying to find the correct doors that'll fit, trying to find parts for them. I've wrecked 12 cars in the process.
You're kidding.
No,
What
just
will some people at home think of that?
well, it's a labour of love. You just
Yeah.
have to find the parts where you can.
Yeah.
I've searched pretty much all over Australia. I've been on many road trips, most with my family, and thank you to them. But yeah, the car's just been a brilliant thing to build. It's brought all of us close.
All right, that's fantastic because that's what classic cars do to people. Bring people together, not only family but also friends as well, which is fantastic.
Yep.
The 19 years that you've done over the journey of restoring that car, has your idea and concept changed over that period of time? Because it's been such a long time.
No, I had a vision. Well, it wasn't this car that I wanted to build, but I wanted to build a car that could take my whole family.
Yeah.
I have a wife, 3 daughters,
Yep.
and the car that I wanted to build was a 32 5-window Roadster.
Yep.
I come across this car, fell in love with it, and it always was going to be purple. It was always going to have a supercharged engine, and I wanted it to do 11-second quarter mile. So
Wow.
that's pretty much what I've got.
All right, so speaking about doing fast laps on the quarter mile, what is actually in the engine bay?
I've actually got a 2-bolt 010 standard GM block.
Yep.
It's got a YN177 blower. It's got AFR copy heads. It's basically bought out 30 thou. It's running a scat bottom end 383. It's running a turbo 700 R4 transmission and a Ford 9-inch diff.
All right, the whole works, box and dice.
Yes.
Now, you've gone suicide doors as well on the 4-door. That looks good.
Well, believe it or not, it's standard.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
That's what makes it completely different to the American ones.
Yep, okay.
The American version has normal opening doors on the rear,
Yep.
has a one-piece rear window and internal boot hinges on the boot. And if you have a look at the car, it's got suicides on the back, which makes it look so cool.
Yeah, it does. It opens it right up, which is really fantastic.
And that's why I like it at the shows. And I've put the interior back to as original as I possibly can.
Yep.
And we love opening up the doors and letting people see inside.
Okay, that's great. You've gone original on the interior. Why that if there's a lot of work going on in the engine and the different colour scheme as well?
I wanted a 40 style hot rod.
Yeah, okay.
And that's exactly what I've built.
Ah, fantastic.
I wanted as much standard accessories as I could find.
Yes.
And original componentry as I could find on the outside.
Yep.
And then all underneath it had to be practical. So
Yeah.
that's why I've hot rodded it.
And you've only gone with the standard Chevrolet rims on it as well, which is good because they look pretty nice. Just nice stock standard.
Yes, yeah, that's what I wanted. Just a 40 style
Yep.
hot rod. They didn't do anything radical back then. They didn't have billet rims. They didn't have all that type of stuff.
Yep.
So that's why I've gone with a steel artillery rim with standard hubcaps and just white walls.
All right. How are you finding MotorEx for 2019 so far?
Absolutely fantastic. The calibre of car around here in any way, shape or form, that's absolutely magic.
Right. And you've gone all out on your display as well, which is a credit to yourself. So that's good to show the display. A little bit different with the arch up on the, the car up on arch.
Yep. Yeah, Steve mentioned to me my panel beater, Steve Vassallo. He said he wanted to showcase the underneath of the car as well.
Yep.
So I had a mate of mine, he's an engineer, so I drew up a couple of car stands that I wanted to make.
Yep.
And then we thought, well, we'll do the 1947 Chev logo in it.
Yep.
And I thought, well, bugger it, I'll put some lights in it and make it look a little bit flashy. And Steve sort of stuck back in the 60s a little bit.
Yep.
So I put the checkers down for him.
Yeah,
and
okay.
that's it.
Ah, fantastic. All right, Tony, I want to say thank you very much for being on Bumper to Bumper.
Thank you
Beautiful
very
car, love the purple.
Thank you very much.
And keep on cruising in the car.
Thank you very much, Rusty.
Cheers, mate.
Pleasure.
Bumper to bumper, we love them old cars.
Okay, Rob, g'day and welcome to Bumper to Bumper. How you going?
Pretty good, thank you.
Now, we're here at MotorEx 2019. You've got your 1970 Dodge Challenger here. Mate, looking a beautiful car. Tell me a bit about this car.
So we started building this car about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Its first show in Australia, we unveiled it at Summer Nats.
Yep.
And this is probably its second outing, really, since finishing the build on the car.
What have you done to build this car? And tell me about the build.
So we bought the car in America and we bought a stock standard in pretty good condition. Had a complete rundown of exactly what we're going to do to this car from the get-go.
Yeah.
We hooked up with Mopar and the people like the Roadster Shop and Dave Kindig, and we got a lot of people in America behind us on this build in the sense of being able to help us create what we wanted to with their machinery. So the first start was the Roadster Shop building the chassis to our design. It's independent rear, I don't know if you noticed, and it's got a 16-inch wide back tyre on the thing. So then Mopar themselves, we touched base with them and they actually built our motor. It's a 572 big block Hemi.
Yep.
And then we ran an F3 crank-driven Pro Charger on it.
You had the concept from the start. How'd you know from the get-go that that's what you wanted to build?
Every time I build one of these cars for myself, it's kind of like a bit of a challenge to myself, so I need to up the ante each time. So,
Yeah.
I knew I wanted to do a Hemi this time round. And like even now, I'm already planning the next one, which will be a Chevy probably next time round again.
Right.
But yeah, look, I love the Challenger sort of shape. I like how wide they are, their headlights. I love the twin headlight front end. I've actually got a late model Dodge Challenger.
Yeah.
The taillights are still Dodge, but they're kind of like the late model ones.
And what are some other custom things that you've done to this car? Because it's pretty spectacular.
Probably one of the biggest differences in this car compared to, I think, a lot of cars, we've done a complete steel interior and a complete steel roof lining, which, that's the first time I've ever done something like that. The cool thing about it for me is that, I don't know if you've noticed, it's got a floating tunnel.
Right.
So you can actually put your arms under the tunnel.
Yeah, okay.
The tail shaft goes through a tube.
Yeah.
Because the car's so low to the ground, tail shaft obviously is a lot higher up in the car. So, and because it's independent rear, the tail shaft doesn't go up and down. So it can be in a fixed tunnel. So that's pretty cool. And then the whole tunnel itself is 2 layers with heat shielding built in between it. just to keep the heat out, because usually a traditional car you got an interior and you got underlay and you can put dynamat and all that sort of stuff, whereas this thing we had nothing. So so that's a big standout. The other thing I think for me would be the size of the back wheels under it. It's nothing better than looking behind a car and seeing big feet under it.
Yes.
And the motor setup. I mean, I love how I've sort of introduced a little bit of an engine cover, but you can still see a lot of the engine itself, because in America, a lot of the times they run a complete engine cover.
Yeah.
But I still wanted to see, some of the cool bits.
Yeah, I agree with you too, because obviously, traditionally you do want to see an engine, and you've smoothed it out enough so it actually comes in and actually arches, so you actually see that. So well done.
Yeah, you can probably still see 80% of the motor.
Yeah.
I mean, I've only just covered the things, like the injectors and a few of the ugly bits and pieces.
Yeah.
So
And it looks actually neater too.
I think it does. Yeah, I mean, some people might like it, some mightn't like it, but I think it was a pretty good compromise.
All right. Now, obviously, you've had a lot of work and help with this.
Yeah, we so it's been built in our shop, Rides by Cam. I've got my two sons that work there, and I've also got a real close friend of mine that is one of our fabricators as well. And basically, we've been on it for 3 years, that car. But help-wise too, with we've got companies like 3M. We can't build the car like we have without products like 3M's. We've got PWR. We've also got Maguire's. The polish and finish you see on the car is thanks to them. The paint that you see on the car itself is thanks to PPG. So having those companies behind you and having the access to their technicians is what I found to be so much more important too.
And what rims are you running on this?
We've got American Legend wheels on it. So we've got they were custom built to our design and specs as well.
Yep.
They even put our logo in them for us too. So
Fantastic.
they were also one of the big mobs that were involved with getting the right pieces on this car. The reaction to the public for seeing this for the first time was that's one of the cool things too, to stand back and actually listen to people's comments and to see something that you've created yourself and people like it. That makes you happy at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
We've been pumped for this event for a while, It's a big trek getting down here from the Gold Coast.
Absolutely.
We've got 6 people, we've got the cars, we've got trailers, we've got heaps of stuff going on.
Yeah, the logistics of it all, mate.
Oh yeah, and a 2 to 3 day trip to get home as well. So yeah, but
You might be driving it back way, will you?
no, I need a fuel truck behind me.
All right, Rob. Well, look, I want to say thank you very much for being on Bumper to Bumper. I wish you all the very best this weekend at MotorEx. Awards or not, it's a beautiful, stunning car, and well done to you and your team for getting it done.
Thank you. Thanks, guys, for the interview.
Cheers. You're here for MotorEx as a special guest. Well done. Thank you for coming over. How are you enjoying MotorEx at the moment?
It's good. I just got here, so we got to walk around, kind of see some cars and see what's going on, and how the car scene looks over here.
Yeah. And what's your thoughts on the car scene here in Australia?
I think it's nice. A lot of old school stuff, which is nice to see, because I know it's always tough to get stuff on this side of the world, and to see cars being restored the way they are, I think that's a good scene.
No. Fantastic. Now, have you spotted some of the Australian-made cars as well?
Not yet. I'm looking.
Now, you got to be doing some special stuff over MotorEx for the next couple of days. What's some of the stuff you'll be doing?
I'm gonna hang out, check out some cars, give my opinion on what I think is good and what should be winning.
Yeah.
See some fans, of course, sign some autographs, and just kind of hang out and enjoy the scene.
Oh, fantastic. I wish you all the best for being here in Australia for MotorEx 2019. Also, I love West Coast Customs. It's a fantastic show.
Thank you so
and
much.
it drives me to do my show as well, but it's a great show, and I reckon you guys and your team do a great job.
I appreciate it.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Ross, g'day and welcome to Bumper to Bumper. How you going?
Thank you.
We're here at MotorEx for 2019. You got your 36 Ford.
Yes, I have.
Now, you've got it in back to bare metal. Tell me a little bit about the car and why is it in bare metal?
Well, we just finished the car. Andy and John about a month ago, just completed it. So I said, you know what, let's show the car in steel.
Yep.
It's so anyone can see that it's in steel and it's not something that's full of bog and it's a metal car.
Yeah. Right. So showing in steel is going to see all the straightness of the car, isn't it, as well?
Yes.
Nothing is hidden.
Well, exactly, 100%. That way you can see it. It's like it's bone.
Have you worked out what you're going to do paint-wise in the car, or are you just going to clear it, or what are you going to do?
For now, we might clear it. Just what my intention was that drive the car in the metal, get all the bugs out of it, make sure it drives good, no rattles, no squeaks.
Yep.
Then later on, pull the car apart and obviously have it painted. My preference colour was black.
Oh, now, the reason why you want to drive it is to actually, when you talk about squeaks now, because everything's brand new,
Yes.
and everything just needs to settle in, doesn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. So just drive the car, make sure there's no doors closed properly, boot closes.
You hope so, not when you're driving around, mate.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what do you got in it?
It's a 302 Windsor.
Yep.
It's a little stroker with a C10 transmission.
Now, many of the 36s around?
Oh, look, I think there's quite a few of them.
Okay.
Friends of mine own a couple of the 36s.
Yeah.
They are a rare car. So yeah, being a 3-window.
Yes.
5 windows are probably a bit more popular.
Yeah, because you'll see a lot of 32, 33, 34s.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, but not many 36s.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how are you enjoying MotorEx so far?
Love it. I think the guys are doing a great job out here. It pulls the crowd in, and it's a great event.
All right. Now, is this your first time or not?
With the car in here, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Have you been to MotorEx before, though?
Yes, Melbourne and Sydney.
Yeah, okay.
So, I enjoy it. Enjoy the car scene.
Yeah,
Love
okay.
it.
All right, Ross. Well, for a guy who didn't want to talk on TV, you did pretty well.
Great,
Thank you very much for being on Bumper to Bumper, and stunning looking car as well, mate.
Thank you.
Bumper to bumper, we love them old cars.
Okay, Peter, g'day and welcome to Bumper to Bumper. How you going?
Yeah, good, Rusty.
That's good, mate. Now, we're here at MotorEx for 2019. We've got a stunning 1956 Buick Roadmaster. Mate, beautiful car. Tell me a little bit about it.
My friend Mick Earl was started on it. He put all the Jag suspension, conversion, and then he died in 09.
Oh, no, that's not good.
No, it wasn't. Then it was in storage for about 7, 8, 9 years and came out of storage and had the opportunity to get it.
And you did?
And here it is.
All right.
2.5 years later.
All right. So, when it was in storage, was it in this condition or not?
Oh, shit, no, it was all in parts. They'd finished putting the Jag suspension together and the conversion, and then the motor, the body, and everything was separate, and just needed it's totally separated.
All right. Now, have you done the work yourself on this?
Andrew Mitchell at Auto Transformers.
Yep.
Yeah, they did it all.
Okay.
Fantastic, because I had no idea what I was getting into.
You're a bit like me, mate. I got no freaking idea. All right. So, what's the engine in this car?
5.7 Hemi.
That's a big one.
Yeah, the 2005. We helped Mick import it from the US.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Do you get this car on the road?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I've done over 1,000 Ks in the past few weekends just testing it out.
Okay. So you've only just got it on the road then?
Yeah, just got it registered a few weeks ago.
All right. So this would be your first real car show then?
Yeah, we did Adelaide, obviously to get the invite.
Yeah, okay.
But it wasn't on the road at that stage. So
yeah, okay.
Now it's all registered. Regency Park put us through a few hoops, but we got it there, and and I've just been getting it out the weekends, just testing and then taking it back, fixing.
Always with a new car, new build, you've got to get all the little tweaks and that now.
Exactly, yeah, tweaks and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right. So did you drive it over from South Australia here to Melbourne?
I wanted to, and luckily we didn't because the weather pissed down yesterday. But I'm driving it back to Adelaide on Monday morning.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. All right, now two-tone. So what are the two colours?
The blue's the Ford Lightning Blue.
Yeah.
Saw it on the new Mustangs. So
All right.
it's a pearl white.
Yeah, okay.
And,
And obviously you love getting this car out and driving it then.
oh, it's fantastic. It handles beautifully. I get in me other cars and think there's something wrong with it.
Yeah, okay. Good one. When you get too close to a car, you actually know all the faults in it, and they only might be minor, but you blow them out because you're so with that car.
Yes, and see it so often, and then see it through other people's eyes and go, wow, that is beautiful.
Yeah. Well, it is a beauty, and that's why I've stopped you and have a chat. I want to say thank you very much for being on Bumper to Bumper.
Thank you.
And well done for bringing your car over for South Australia and enjoying it, Pete. Paul, g'day and welcome to Bumper to Bumper. How you going?
Very good, very good, very good.
All right, now we're at MotorEx for 2019, but you brought your bike along. Why is your bike here?
My bike's here to represent the BMW HP4 R&R race version of the street category of bike.
Yeah.
And it's basically 6 of them in Australia, 200 built.
Yes.
And basically, it's been brought up from BMW Germany to be basically a race-driven, registered motorcycle for the roads.
All right. Now, what year is this bike?
2017 and 8 months.
Yeah, okay. You actually get this bike out on the track?
Yes, I do. It gets down to Phillip Island and it does a very good time frame through Phillip Island. It does 1:36 with myself.
Yeah.
But the guys have been on it and they've done quicker times because they're a lot better rider than what I can be. Yes.
Yeah. They're professional though, are they?
That's correct.
What kind of value are we talking about a bike like this?
Oh, you're going to have $42,000.
You're kidding?
Basically, yes, $42,000 with all the carbon fibre that's been brought down from Eilenberg in Germany. And it's got all the GP attachments with it to keep it down.
Yep.
So you don't go losing it on a bend type thing. You got your traction, you got your grip, and basically, it's just a phenomenal machine. It does 0 to 300 in 16.2 seconds.
300 Ks?
Yes, 300 Ks, and also puts 2.3 Gs on your body at that present time.
So this was race spec, and this is race spec as it is now?
That's race spec as we're looking at it. It's got 207 horsepower type thing. Your standard R&Rs out there come to about 200.
Yep.
So this has been upgraded.
Right. Now, you talk horsepower. I thought bikes were CCs as well. How many
That's
CCs?
1,000 cc.
Yep.
Yep, basically it's 1,000 cc. All the R&Rs do come out in 1,000 cc.
Yep.
But the race version you get 207.
All right. Now, you put on a bit of display here too. You got beautiful little black and white checker. You got the race suit going on.
Yep. Yeah, the race suit's going with it. That's just a memento to say it does go racing.
Yeah.
And
have you personally got this bike up to 300?
Yes, I've done 305 down Phillip Island myself, and it's frightening.
I was going to say, because people...
I'm just thinking about it getting goosebumps.
I would be too, because obviously in a car you're protected, but on a bike you're feeling everything.
That's right. But the beauty of this bike is it's so electronically advanced that it actually intervenes if you're not actually doing the right thing by it.
Yeah, okay.
So it's great. It's unbelievable.
All right, mate. Well, I want to say thank you very much for being on Bumper to Bumper.
Thank you.
Are you enjoying your time here at MotorEx?
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. This is grouse. I've never been to one. This is my first time, and mate, I'm loving it. I got my son over there. He's loving it, and basically this is a representation of what my son has wanted me to have.
Fantastic. Well, all the very best for the weekend, and thanks for being on Bumper to Bumper once again.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Okay, folks, that was another episode of Bumper to Bumper, the classic car TV show that's all about
people,
power,
passion.
I'm Rusty.
I'm Ella.
Good night.
Hey Rusty, do you want to hear a dad joke?
I'd love to hear a dad joke, Al.
I swallowed some Scrabble letters and my next poop could spell a disaster.
Oh, that's no good. Might be wearing a nappy.